Yo, what's going on, guys? It's JLD, and we are coming close to the end of 2023. 2024 is only a few days away, and I'm excited to grind more content for you guys more than ever. I started making wrestling content for you guys back in December of 2022, and for this year, 2023, I told myself that I was going to push it to the limit and give you guys some of the best wrestling content possible, and in the process, we were able to crush so many different goals and hit so many different accomplishments that I want to share with you guys today. And these accomplishments aren't even just from wrestling as a whole, it's from just streaming, Twitch streaming, and life as a whole. If this video does anything for you today, I want you to understand to never give up on your hopes and dreams, never give up on your aspirations and the goals that you want to conquer, and that we all have our bad days, and we're gonna have our days where we feel like we're not doing the best at our professions, but at the end of the day, the only opinion that matters is our own. And if you give yourself negative feedback, that's all that's going to be put out into the world. So make sure you're giving yourself positive feedback, and this is why I made a list of accomplishments today that I want to share with you guys that we did throughout the year of 2023. So in today's video, I'm doing exactly that. I'm going to tell you guys some of the accomplishments that we hit this year, as well as 5 different things that I want to do different going into 2024. And if you want to be a part of this journey going into the next year, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you get some of the best wrestling content possible, and you get up to date with all of our information. So coming in at our first accomplishment of the year was we finally hit 10,000 followers over on TikTok. Now, 10,000 followers is a lot, but to me personally, followers as a number doesn't mean much to me if the engagement isn't there. But a lot of the reason I'm happy about getting 10,000 followers on TikTok is because it allows us to monetize in many different ways on the platform. First off, we were able to get into the TikTok creator program beta because of that. One of the requirements is to get 10,000 followers alongside 100,000 views in the past 30 days when applying. This has allowed us to monetize off of our 1 minute or longer videos, so that way when we get more views on them, we do get paid just for posting. And on top of that, we were eligible for the TikTok Shop for Creators program, which allows us to make commission off of different products that we get to review and show off during our live streams or in videos as well, which I'm sure you've seen. And as we tried to grind for those 10,000 followers, we were able to hit a successful view rate of over 100,000 views every 30 days for every month that we went leading up to the 10,000 followers that we hit. And if you aren't following me already and you love the wrestling content that we post here, make sure you're following me at Just Laying Down over on TikTok. Our second accomplishment has to do with our Twitch stream. Over on Twitch, we have now over 3,000 followers, and we were able to create a new community by the name of the JLD Universe. And the way we were able to do this is by transitioning a lot of our TikTok followers to checking out our Twitch stream, and in the process, we've made so many new friends, so many new community members that have been loving our stream and all that ever since. Over on my Twitch stream, I do a lot of WWE 2K23. I do host an e-fed called the JLD Universe, where a lot of our followers are created as characters and they fight it out for different championships. And the cool thing about this is that it allows not only wrestling fans to enjoy the content, but non-wrestling fans want to come in and see their matches, they want to go and win titles, and they just have a good time. So bringing in people from TikTok over to Twitch has made it a really fun time, and has also helped out our engagement over on the stream. So if you want to come check out our WWE 2K23 content, or just trolling content and crazy content as a whole, make sure you're following us on Twitch over at twitch.tv/justlayingdown. Our third accomplishment of the year shockingly happened, even though I didn't think it was going to, but we got a ambassadorship with G Fuel. For those who don't know, G Fuel was actually the very first place that I was hoping that I get a sponsorship with as I started my Twitch journey back in May of 2021, but I didn't think it would happen because only the top stars were going to be partnering with them, getting codes, and just being able to advertise the product for the company. But I saw on their website back in April of this year that they were applying people for ambassadors to be part of their ambassador program, so I applied. I said, why not? And a few months later, early on in July, they responded back and said, hey, you're in, and it's been a blast working with them since then. We've been able to advertise our G Fuel code throughout many different platforms, advertising on our Twitch stream, on YouTube, on TikTok, making videos for G Fuel, doing giveaways sponsored by them, and even using them on the TikTok shop where we can get commissions off of it as well and advertise the product while also getting sales for them. And I have nothing but good things to say about G Fuel. They've been a pleasure to work with, and I hope to continue working with them in the future. And if you want to get your own G Fuel at a pretty good discount, make sure you use code JustLayingDown for up to 30% off your order over at gfuel.com. You can also go to my TikTok profile and check out my showcase, where you can get a 40% off coupon code and free shipping on some of their products if you go through our checkout. Our fourth accomplishment was finally getting to see Subway Mania in person. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about the guys in the New York City subway that fight it out, cosplaying as different WWE wrestlers from the past, and it's just a wild experience to be a part of the audience watching them wrestle of course New York has to do this. Like, I seen the YouTube videos online from Tim Rivera, who was the creator of Subway Mania, and I just always wish, oh, I wish I could be in the audience. And finally, one day earlier this summer, he did post that he was going to be doing some filming in Queens. So as a wrestling content creator, I had to make sure I pull up and get some clips and just to have a good time there. So I had a really good time, and it's probably one of the most fun experiences I've seen in New York as a whole. We even got to post one of the clips on Instagram, and it went completely viral. So a lot of celebrities and a lot of people just saw the clip, and just like, it highlighted New York as a whole, as the subway system too. So if you're able to go to a Subway Mania show, go follow Tim Rivera, and please go, because this is a fun freaking time. I think one of the biggest accomplishments we've had here with the JLD community is the fact that our Instagram has blown up like crazy since becoming a wrestling content creation page. And one of the first WWE superstars to interact with one of our wrestling videos was the one and only Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is well known for posting fan stuff on her story, but the fact that she was able to put one of our videos up there of got the job at WWE when we were joining the Judgment Day, it was absolutely wild, and it was a big accomplishment. I was freaking excited, and it was just nice to know that, you know, some WWE superstars have at least seen us before. Rhea Ripley, if you ever watch this, mommy's always on top. Make sure you follow JLD. Let's go. We've also had our videos liked and shared throughout with many WWE superstars such as Kurt Angle, Bianca Belair, Samantha Irving, and even WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. And I know Roman Reigns doesn't run his Instagram account or TikTok account, but it would be really freaking nice if somehow Roman Reigns acknowledged one of our videos, or liked it, or shared it, or just laughed at it. You know, that would be freaking fire. I also went to a ton of different wrestling shows this year. We went to AEW Grand Slam for the first time, which was actually one of my first AEW shows that I got to experience, which they had Dynamite live and then a Rampage taping. I also got to see the July 7th edition of SmackDown over at Madison Square Garden the week after Jey Uso pinned Roman Reigns. It was the first time I saw Roman Reigns in his tribal chief persona, so just the music as a whole went absolutely wild. And I also got to go to SmackDown December 1st, front row over at Barclays Center. It was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had. Seeing the wrestlers literally up close and personal, you have no idea how amazing that feels. And throughout the year, we got to take pictures with so many different wrestlers. We got to take a picture with Cody Rhodes, Kane, Sasha Banks, MJF, Matt Hardy. A lot of them was in Comic-Con, and some of them were also at the SmackDown. And those were some of the best accomplishments we had throughout 2023 as a content creation page. And I'm really happy and excited for what's going to be happening in 2024. And this 2024, I have 5 things I want to change or want to do throughout the year, which would be really freaking awesome. One of the things I want to do this year is go to at least 5 wrestling shows this year. One of them has to be House of Glory. I made a video earlier this year about the bucket list items that I had on my list for the next year, and one of them was to go to a House of Glory show. If you guys don't know what House of Glory is, it is a very well-known independent promotion over in Queens, New York that has a lot of ex-WWE superstars and current AEW superstars and independent wrestlers as well, and it's always a party there from what I understand. Unfortunately, I'm not going to WrestleMania this year. The ticket prices were just extremely high for no reason, but that's not going to stop me from going to any MSG or Barclays or any other show that's happening in the New York area. The next thing I want to start doing for 2024 is live streaming on YouTube. We're trying to get monetized here on YouTube as a YouTube partner, and part of that involves streaming on YouTube for you guys and expanding our audience to not just Twitch, not just TikTok, but also getting the YouTube community in there. The third thing I want to do in 2024 is start up a wrestling podcast, a wrestling style podcast. Over on Twitch, I hosted a podcast by the name of Couch Talk with JLD, which hosted a lot of different streamers out there showcasing what they do and who they are. But I think I'm going to start rebranding that into a wrestling style podcast in order to be on brand, and maybe have some wrestling content creators on there, maybe have some wrestling fans and talk about what's going on in current events. But that's on the agenda right now for 2024, and I'm thinking of calling it the Laying It Down podcast or Lay the Smackdown podcast. Number 4 might be a little crazy, but we're gonna see if we can get one WWE superstar, past or present, to follow us on either TikTok, social media, Instagram, whatever. See if they could follow us. And for that to happen, we're really gonna have to push our content out there and just show how relevant and valid we are in the space. And number 5 might seem a little far-fetched, might be a little crazy, but it would be really nice to work with the WWE in some way, shape, or form, whether it be for content, whether it be showing off merchandise, whether it be selling some stuff to you guys. I don't know, but I just have it in my mind. Let's try to get WWE's attention. So that is number 5 on my things I want to do for 2024. Even if it's something simple, even if it's just, hey, show a t-shirt, WWE is going to give us a t-shirt and we advertise it. Something simple like that. That would be awesome. And as I say these accomplishments, as I say these goals that I want to do for next year, I want you guys to also be a part of that content and a part of that journey. So make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel, turning on the notifications. If you like the video, make sure you give it a like so that way we get pushed out there just a little bit more. We're going to try and do more live streams here on YouTube so that way we can push to the best community possible, the wrestling space. And if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Big shout out again to my Instagram subscribers, as you can see right here. For as low as 99 cents a month, you can get access to our Instagram subscriber section where you get exclusive posts and reels showing off behind the scenes content of the JLD brand and the JLD universe, so that way you get in-scoop content. If you've made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. I hope you have a fantastic new year. Here's to 2024, and I appreciate you guys. Peace out.